The Wisconsin Badgers entered their Luke Fickell era at the start of the season with high expectations to do well. That being said, the season hasn't quite gone as fans expected. We had a chance to catch up with some fans to reflect on the season.
Opening up that Badgers app, go into the menu on the top left, scroll down to Badgers Lights Trivia, select it when the clock hits 0, and you'll be all set to go. That's all for now. Let's have a great match today, and as always, go Badgers!
As well as coming in, the added bonus will also be going home receiving a $50 home gift card. Thanks for coming. Enjoy your stay.
State Cranberry Growers Association. Today's contestant Tyler will have 60 seconds on the clock.
The Wisconsin Badgers experienced many highs and lows this season, from being ranked 6th to not being ranked at all. That being said, students are still optimistic for March, even after the roller coaster of a season. Successful teams are close on and off the field, which can make them like family. For the Badgers, they were able to land transfers that were already family. We had a chance to catch up with twins Charlie and Nate Crockford on their relationship and playing soccer together.
Welcome to Your Week in Badger Athletics. I'm Rachel Cohen, and let's get into it. Starting off, the Wisconsin basketball team had a Brewer City battle that was one to remember, beating Stanford 60-50. The Badgers are now 2-0 for the third straight season. Kind of bouncing off of that, you've had the chance to compete in the biggest women's NCAA college hockey rivalry with Wisconsin and Minnesota, and now with women's international hockey with U.S. and Canada. How do those two rivalries compare?
They're actually very similar.
Yeah, and you made a few tackles, stopped a few plays tonight. How do you execute so well?
It's not just
Yeah, and Wisconsin's 2-0 at home, so hopefully being home in the Kohl Center will help them kind of get their momentum back, while Florida State just continue to ride on being 7-1 this season so far.
I am here with Josh Hulamibe, starting wide receiver and safety after a tough 41-3 loss against Francis Scott Key. Now, Josh, what adjustments have you guys been making to get closer to recreating something from last week?
You know, today's game was kind of...
Really, and speaking of this season, you're 1/3 of the way through this season, so how do you think the team is looking so far?
I think we're in a really good spot.
I'm sure the atmosphere there was absolutely insane. And speaking of atmosphere, later this season, the Badgers will host the Fill the Bowl game at the Kohl Center as the team looks to match the NCAA single game attendance record. What was the experience the last time you played in Fill the Bowl?
It's so cool. It's hard to put into words.
I am here with Casey Clark, starting kicker and defensive end after a 21-7 loss against Liberty. Now, Casey, a tough loss tonight, but the difference of scores have been getting smaller. What kind of changes have you and the team been making to get closer to a win?
Well, we're locked down on defense.
Back falls a little short, 23-21. How do you guys feel? No practice or anything. How do you guys think you did?
You know...
And that does it from here. I'm Rachel Cohen, and this has been Your Week in Badger Athletics.